This is the trade review for Wednesday, the 5th of June 2024. And today on Tesla, I was expecting more of a chop. We did have the bottom at around 174, 173, and the monthly S3 was actually 172.63, which coincided with the S4 level. So I was expecting a sell-off and a bounce off of that level, or a run to the top side and just test the top of the chop, of the range in the choppiness. And so the pre-market was very tight, but it sold off from R3, and so I just waited to see what it was gonna do, because we kind of opened in the gray area, but we had a bit of an open drive that turned into an open reject reverse, and so we had the sell off here, and I tried to make an entry at yesterday's range low. We were holding nicely, and we had stacks to the top side that you can see were filled later. But unfortunately, we continued the sell-off and tested below yesterday's range. So I got stopped out with a little bit of a spread. So that's very unfortunate. And we went all the way down to S4. And when we had that sell-off, but we started to get a reaction with volume, I decided to pull the trigger for a long, which was part of my strategy, was wait for a sell-off and buy up and traverse to the top side from S4. But unfortunately, I was trying to hold for 3 to 1, but I started to get afraid from the previous loss. So I moved my stop loss to break even. And as you can see here, if I had held my normal stop loss, which was just below the low of the day, I would have been able to profit at least here at 3 to 1. Even if I get stopped out, we can still continue the reversal. So I was a bit I lacked a little bit of control of emotions after the first loss, so I missed out on these opportunities, and so I got out here, recovered a little bit of the loss. So that was a trade at break even for 0.4, and we continue running to the top side. So after that, my only option was to take it to the downside, and here I was hesitating a little bit because we still had that very large stack at 176, but we formed a doji just under R3, and I wasn't sure if I had to take it or not, because it was done right after a lot of volume, and it was normal volume, so it wasn't that bad. And I hesitated a full 2-minute candle, and price seemed very weak, so I decided to pull the trigger. And of course, as soon as I do that, price pushes higher, fails to break 176, and then an hour later, it decides to provide that test, that rejection, and we finally get that nice drop back to yesterday's close. So okay, trading. I learned a lot today. My emotions do really get in the way. Despite that, I think I did good trading today. I think at least I follow the setups, which is a good enough goal for me. I should have done a better job with my stock selection. Unrespected stop loss. I should have what is it called? Chosen AMD. AMD was a bit more difficult because we had lower Camarilla pivots, and I was expecting a breakout to the top side, so I wasn't able to trade it, but because of that reason, conflicting information, but it actually did what I was expecting it to do. So those were all executed well. So 1 and 2 and minus 1.8. So unfortunately, didn't result in a profit day today. It's okay. The trades I attempted was a traverse. So it's a traverse from S3, which failed within the first 4 minutes. Then an S4 reversal, which is E trade. And then the last one was a R3 reverse traverse. Bullish and bullish, and we still just had one stack, so it's fortunate. And loss. I'm gonna put it as a winner. Minus 1.2, 0.4, minus 1R. So that gave us, yeah, the minus 1.4. And they are valid trades, but I had to be more mindful of the level 2 and the level 3 because that's kind of what ruined my trades. I was very close though, and between yesterday and today it's been good trading, so I cannot really complain much. But yeah, that's it for my trade review. If I had traded AMD, we got a reaction from R3 on a nice doji on the 2 minutes, so kind of similar to what I wanted to do on Tesla, but Tesla had S3 here, so it should have been more valid. And here was a reaction, and this was a reaction of R3, so he had a really bullish move and a run to R6 and beyond, and he had a nice signal. So AMD moved nice today. So it is what it is, and that's it for my trade review today.